Welcome back everyone, this is Tyva Littles, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you guys how I did this design right here. I've been getting a lot of questions about this design, so I'm going to show you how to create it exactly like you see here. So let's get started. For those of you that are new to my channel, when I say column A, I'm talking about this column. When I say column B, I'm talking about our mat. And when I say column C, I'm talking about over here. And this up here is also called top bar. So some of the features we're going to go through in this particular lesson, we're going to go over the shapes because we're going to be using the square or rectangle shape. So we're going to go over shapes in the A column and the text icon here. So those are the two icons that we'll be using in column A. The mat, if you tap this top left corner, you can toggle between how you want your grid lines to be. Our grid lines, I'm going to do, let's see, we're going to do this one for this tutorial. Okay, and in column C, the features that we will actually be using in column C, we'll be doing delete, or you can delete from your keyboard. We will definitely be using a lot of the slice, and we'll be using weld. So those are the features we'll be using here in C column. In top bar, we're actually going to change the color because it may default to gray. So we are going to work on changing the color. We're going to work on select all. We're actually going to be adjusting the lock button for the width and the height. And we're also going to work with something that a lot of people don't talk about, which is the positioning of the item. So you got x-axis and y-axis. And this is how I'm going to show you guys how to duplicate it exactly as I'm doing it. Also, what I need you to do is to make sure you subscribe to my channel, and all the details of the sizes and the axis numbers, those will be listed in my free lessons. And you can go to the link in the description box to access those free lessons. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is go to column A to shapes, select the square. For your square, I want you to put 8 for width. And since it's locked, it's going to default at 8 by 8. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is go over here to position in your top bar. The position that I want you to put your first big box in is, let's see, we're going to do position 1, x-axis, and it's going to default. We could actually scoot it up a little bit. So we're going to do position 1, and then we're going to do 1. So our first is our 1 and 1 axis for our box, so that we're able to do this the exact same way. Okay, I have that. I'm going to click off it. I'm going to select my second shape. Now with your second shape, it's not going to be an even box. It's not even going to be an even rectangle. So after I selected my shape, move it over to the side so you can see, I'm going to click up here at the top bar and unlock. The size of this shape, I want you to make it 7.5 width. And then the height, I want you to make it 3.5. Okay, so now we have the shape. It kind of goes off the mat, but let you guys see it. That is your shape. You can go ahead and lock it back so that we can retain the shape. That's very important. So the position on the axis, I want you to do, let's see, 1.264. And then we're going to move it down right here. And then that axis, the y-axis is going to be 3.556. 3.556. There we go. So now that we have our two boxes, we're going to go back to top bar, select all, and go back to the C column and click slice. So now that we have that, we're going to click, delete, click, delete. Now we have our box. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to select our text. The text that we're using for this is called impact. I-M-P-A-C-T, impact regular. Okay, so the first one, make sure you spell straight right because I can't spell most of the time. So I often mess up, but make sure you spell straight correctly. Double check three times and cut once. Okay, so now that I have the word straight, what I'm going to do is go back to top bar and unlock. The width and the height for your word straight, I want you to do 7.45 width and then 2.2 height. Okay, so we have this. Looks good. Okay, and then we're going to slide it on over to get our axis. Okay, I want it about right there because I'm trying to get, you see how it's actually lining up, because I was practicing with this earlier to make sure I had my measurements right. So at the end of the T is going to line up with this box corner here, and the S is going to line up with this box corner. So that's how you can keep your projects consistent. Okay, so the position for straight out of the axis is 1.278 times, well, by 1.167. So if you guys use that position axis that I'm giving you guys, you will recreate this exactly how I've done it. So now we're going to slice. Select all, third column, C column, slice, and delete all parts. Okay, that's it. So now we're going to work with our outer. So we're going to do this. Go back to top bar, unlock. The size for outer that I want to use is 7.155. So click that, 7.155. And the height is going to be 3 inches even. Okay, so now that I have that, I just set it right here. And the axis that you're going to use for outer is 1.417 by 3.778. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're not going to slice this out because the box has already been sliced. What we're going to do is select all like that, or better yet, click the top bar. That will be much better. And make sure all of your parts are selected over here. And then we're going to weld them together. And you see that it's gray, like I said. I told you we would probably have to change it to black, like so. So now we changed it. Now, after that, the next one we're going to use is your word. There are a few things I would like for you to do here. Now that you have your straight outer set up and it's right, what I want you to do is I want you to save your project. And I want you to do straight outer. So now you have your template to where you can actually just recreate it, you know, and you don't have to go through that whole process again. It's already perfectly sized. All you have to do is just add your words. Now, if your shirt is white, now here's a tip too. If your shirt is white, you will slice these items out. If your shirt is not white and you want to do the lettering, you do not have to slice. So that's very important. You can just leave the box in and then you do the outer. Or what you can do is you can slice it out and just put the white sheet up under it. So it's a couple ways that you can do it. Maybe if I have an opportunity, I'll do a part 2 of this video and show you guys how I do this hands-on. But this black will lay on top of the white. So you will have a white box up under here, and then you can slice out these images and then it'll go straight through. Or you could put the white on top of it, whichever one it is, because sometimes I did it on a white shirt, and I can actually tag you guys in the photo of the white shirt that I did. And since my white shirt was white and the lettering was white, I just sliced it out. Okay, so the next word we're going to do craft supplies. Double check your, see, supplies. See, I told you I couldn't spell. Craft supplies. Go ahead and change that to white for visual effect. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the top bar and go to unlock. And the size that I want craft supplies is 7.531 by 1.532. Enter. Okay, so I have my size. Now my position, we're going to find here, like so. So my position is 1.264 by 7.278. So it's all right here. Okay, so now that I have this, all I have to do is go to top bar, select all, and we're going to slice, delete, delete. Okay, and there we have it, you guys, your straight outer design. So normally for 8 inches, I do small to large. For extra large, I may do 9 inches. For shirts that's 2X and up, I'll do 11.45. Because the widest that you can actually cut is 11.50. You can't do 11.75 because it'll give you an error. But I do 11.45. That's the biggest dimension that I can use. Go to make it. And you see how much it covers the mat. Let me go back and make it white so that you guys can see that better. So go back, make it white. Okay, so that didn't help. So here it is, your design. Make sure when you're doing HTV that you have it mirrored. Lay the shiny side down, dull side up. Double check your needle pressure. Make sure that your needle is in the right place before in your dowel, and then you just select continue and cut as usual. So I hope that this tutorial gave you guys good practice with Cricut Design Space navigation. You're able to do this design now. All you have to do is just follow the tips and steps that I gave you. These measurements that I actually have for this particular lesson will be in the free lesson, so make sure you sign up for your free lessons in the description box. And if you have any questions, post them below, and I'll see you in the next lesson.